I know I said I was going to try to read a little bit more of this book to see if I can get through the boring part, but every time I think back on this book, I'm just thinking, I don't want to read it. And it's sad. It's a werewolf book. I love werewolves. Why would I not want to read a werewolf book? But I can't seem to get the strength to read it. I don't know. Sorry for the hiccup. But I do have the second book. Both I got from Goodwill. One's a little dirty in the back because I ripped off the sticker, and the sticker stuff, it's like, it's not sticky, but it's left residue there. But I saw the second book, which is like brand spanking new, and I want the strength to be able to read it because it's a werewolf book. I want to add it to a werewolf list of good werewolf books, and it's just, I'd be lying to you if I said I read it and be like, it's a good werewolf book. It could be good for someone else, just not for me. So I think I'm going to put this off to the side and not read it and try out my other books that I've been trying to read. And leave this for the wrap up and be like, I DNF'd it, guys. I'm sorry. I DNF'd it. Which sucks because I want to like it. Not only does it have werewolves, there's Native American werewolves in it, and I love Native American werewolves. I love Native American in general stuff. I love the tribes, I love the heritage, I love all that stuff, and it's just, I just can't read it. I can't read it. I don't know why, I just can't. It sucks because this is a long series too, I think. There's like multiple books to it. And the books are pretty. Maybe I'll keep the book for the simple fact that it's really pretty. I'll put it like this on the shelf and be like, look how pretty it is. But other than that, I don't know. I'll think about it. I said that about another book too, and I got rid of the book because I liked the cover, and I was like, maybe I'll just keep the cover, but then no one will know what the book's about because the cover has also the description of the book on it, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that to someone. I'm going to leave the cover on and then get rid of it. Anyhow, I just want to let you guys know that I'm not going to continue that book series. I got 4 other books I can rereading. One of them right now is Will Never Be Apart is what I'm trying to read right now. I'm not very far in it. But I haven't read in the last day or so. So I need to get back to reading. I've just been busy. And it's still in a slump. I don't know how to get out of it. I mean, I'm working out, trying to get out of it, but it's like, it's not working at the same time. I don't know. I gotta focus. I gotta clean stuff. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next part of this vlog. So I'm still in a slump. I did DNF the werewolf book, the first werewolf books, Cry Wolf and Hunted Grounds, from my TBR of the month. So there's not that. That's not there anymore. We have 4 books now. Yeah? 4 books. And I'm adding a book because I'm trying to get myself out of the slump. And they say sometimes the way to do that is by reading something that you know you're interested in. And before I said I was into fantasy. Well, I just watched a little bit of Peter Pan, the 2003 version, because that's, like, in my opinion, the best version. And now I want to read a Peter Pan book. And I got tons of Peter Pan books. So I want to read Wendy, Darling by A.C. Wise. Looks like this. See if it's not a huge book, but it's not a small book either. So maybe this will help me get out of the slump that I'm in just by reading something that I'm interested in, and they'll be able to finish a book in the remarkably big collection of books that I have. So I'm adding this to my TBR for right now to see if maybe if I'm reading a book that I'm interested in, I'll finish one just to see if that will help pull me out of the slump. It's the best thing I can think of, you know, right? It's something I can think of doing. And I'm also working on my Peter Pan fanfic right now. The first one, I have 2. I have the first and I have a second connected together. And I'm redoing the first one because I noticed I did a lot of flaws in the first one. And you always go back to your work and you always find flaws, more and more flaws the more you read. And you're like, what happened? It was good before. Now I'm redoing it again for like the 5th time. I'm on the 3rd chapter and getting through it pretty quickly. I don't think it has like 8 to 9 chapters in it anyways. So hopefully this will give me some ideas for the second book, fanfic I have for Peter Pan. Because that one, I wrote a couple chapters and I have ideas for it, but there's stuff that needs to be connected to those chapters, and I gotta figure out how to do this. So I'm hoping that reading some Peter Pan novels or retellings will help me build up some ideas for the in-betweens that I'm stuck on. I'm fighting to freaking get through. So this is the book I'm reading, guys. Let's see if it gets me out of the slump. Let's see, that's what I need to do. Maybe I'm a mood reader after all. We'll see. That's the only way to find out. I told you guys in the beginning of this vlog that I was reading, or trying to read, Wendy Darling by A.C. Wise. I didn't get very far in it, as you can see. It's good so far, but my fanfic that I'm trying to read for and get inspiration for is romance. And that's kind of not a romance. It is kind of like he's a villain in some way. Peter Pan I'm talking about, by the way. And I just don't want to read something that he's a villain in currently, which I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books of Peter Pan retellings. And most of them are where he's kind of like the dark villain of the story. And, except for 1. 2. Well, the second one is kind of spicy. But, I'll admit that. But I'm not going to read that one because I gave it to my roommate to read. And, the second one is Tiger Lily by Joey Lynn Anderson. Let me close the gate. The dogs are going back and forth. I'm not far on it whatsoever, so I don't have complete judgment on it to say that I do or don't like it, except for the writing. I don't care for the writing so far at all. Like, I don't know. I don't like the writing. It's to the point of Tinkerbell watching Tiger Lily and her blossoming relationship with Peter Pan, which is described in the back, by the way. That's not much of a dead giveaway of the book. Probably is, because that's what the book's about, but it states that in the back of the book. And I want to keep reading it because it's at least showing Peter Pan in some kind of light. And there's a romance in it, and I want to read it for that reason. So I did switch from Wendy Darling to Tiger Lily. However, I might DNF this book quicker than I thought I would because of the way it's written. When I was looking up retellings for Peter Pan a long time ago, like 2 to 3 years ago, Tiger Lily was one of the top to find because apparently it was so good. And I just don't understand that. Because the writing just bothers me a lot. I don't know. Anyway, I will still try to get to my October TBRs, don't get me wrong. I'm trying to get to them, but like I said, I've just been in such a rut and sluggish and just horribly bad at getting to the TBRs that I need to get to. And I'm trying to change it up where I'll read what I'm inspired to read at the current moment. For example, about last month, I was really into my dark fantasy and I wanted to write my dark fantasy. So I was going to try reading, or I was going to try reading, but never did, dark fantasy books. So this month, I got into my Peter Pan fanfic and I was like, I'll just read some Peter Pan retellings that I have. And that's what I'm currently working on doing to see if I'll actually finish a book. Because for the last month and a half, I haven't finished a book. I just haven't. And it's sad that it's ending up this way. But I got 2 books I'm going to try reading. I might still try to keep reading this because I started it and I'm like, okay, maybe I don't know. This one's really bothering me. But I did order another book from Amazon that was only like $2. I think it's called Straight On Till Morning. I don't remember the author. I just grabbed that one. It's one of the Twisted Tales, I think. I could be wrong. And I bought it last night, and it should be shipping here the next few days, and should take another next few days after that to get here. Yes, Peter Pan stories are what I'm reading right now. I'm trying to finish up my Peter Pan second fanfic, the sequel to my original fanfic, which is called Land Beyond, yes. I could not remember that. Wow. So I am handwriting the next few chapters of Land Beyond 2. And there's nothing after this one. There's nothing after that one. So I'm handwriting Land Beyond 2, as I just said. And I find it easier to handwrite and then type it up. And do it that way. Sometimes I just, you know, type it up instead. But that's what I'm reading. I'm reading Peter Pan Retellings and hoping that it'll help inspire me to continue writing that. Hopefully finish a book. I don't know if I'm going to finish a book this month either, guys. It doesn't seem like it's heading in that direction. I haven't been reading that much, and I've also been so tired, and it's just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to wake myself up. I've been drinking coffee. I've been having those caffeine packs, those energy caffeine packs that you can get for water. I've been taking small naps throughout the day to see if that will help wake me up for a burst of a moment and then read then. I tried going outside and soaking in the sun for the last few days. Nothing's working. I'm just really tired. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.